Hi everyone, it's Kamila. I hope you're all having a great day. If you're new here on the channel, we mostly do speed builds, and today we are building a Brindleton Bay Mansion. And it's for my save file, so I hope you're excited for that. If you like mansions, I'm not doing that very often on my channel, but I have some. So I will put a playlist in the description if you want to see the other ones that I did. I'm not doing those that often because they're taking me a lot of time. I'm not the fastest builder. I think I started this one on Thursday and I finished it yesterday, which was Monday. So yeah, it takes me a while. I'm not super fast when it comes to interiors. Sometimes I'm super indecisive and it takes me a lot of time. So that's why sometimes I prefer to do smaller builds, but you can find some mansions in the playlist that I will put in the description, and I also try a lot of different styles very often. So for example, I have a Japanese mansion and some stuff like that, so you can go check that out after this video. And yeah, I also wanted to start by saying I'm very sorry for the very long length of this video. I know it's super long. 38 minutes isn't what I usually like to do, but I didn't really have a choice. I did my best to cut it, but I wasn't able to get it shorter, especially since it's a mansion. There's 2 floors and they're very big, so there's a lot of rooms in this house. And I always put a lot of details on the exterior and interior of my builds, so of course it's taking some time. I hope you won't mind too much, and I will do my best to talk as much as I can. I'm not the best with voiceovers, as some of you know. Sometimes I'm not really in a good day to do voiceovers, I guess. And I hope today is gonna be okay. I will try to make it as long as I can, and that way it's gonna be more interesting to watch, because I know most people prefer voiceovers over just music. So yeah, I asked on Instagram if you preferred if I didn't include screenshots, because without them I was already at 35 minutes. And most people told me that they would like me to include the screenshots, so I did that, and we are at 38 minutes. And I even cut a lot of the video, so I cut 3 bathrooms out of 5. You won't see all of them because they're all the same pretty much. I used the same objects, the same colors and everything, so you don't really have to worry about not seeing all the bathrooms. I cut some hallways because it's not really interesting. I also cut a lot of the exterior part because the back of the house is basically the same thing as the front, or almost, so I just kind of copied it. And yes, it's a little different, but it's also very similar, so I did cut a part of that. And of course a part of the landscaping that was pretty repetitive, especially since it's a 64 by 64. It's a pretty big lot, so there was a lot of flowers and rocks to place, especially with the style of landscaping that I chose. And another thing that I decided not to include was the interior of the garage, because yes, I decided to include a garage, but I didn't want to show you the interior process. It's not really interesting. I just placed a fake car and some kitchen counters because I felt like it was a good idea. But other than that, there's not that much there. It's not super interesting. So I hope you won't mind. And as I said at the beginning of the video, this mansion is for a family in my save file. So it's the first build I'm doing in Brindleton Bay, for my save file, I think. I'm pretty sure it is. So I hope you will like the result. It's the style that I will go for the save file. It's pretty much the basic style of Brindleton Bay. I didn't really feel like changing it that much because I really like it. It's probably one of my favorite worlds that we have as of today in The Sims. And of course, this house is going to be for a very rich family, otherwise it wouldn't really make sense. Oh, and before talking about that, as you can see, there was a big jump in the video, so you just saw the part that I cut. As you can see, I did choose the roofing color behind the scenes. It's not super important, so I hope you won't mind. I was already sure of the color that I wanted, so I just put it, and I also added some flowers behind the house and everything. But as I said, everything is pretty much the same as at the front, so I didn't really cut that much when you think about it, even if it seems like a big jump. But we were talking about the family that lives there. So the dad and the mom have pretty good jobs, and I was thinking they would work in business, stuff like that. Maybe they're not always super ethical. Sometimes they're probably doing some stuff that isn't super moral. I don't really know what yet. I'm not really sure what profession I will give them and everything. But what I know is they're not necessarily good people. Their kids don't know anything about their weird business, but they don't even know their parents that much anyway because they're not there that much. And for the kids, they have 2 twins that are teens and 2 other kids. So no toddlers in this house, only 2 kids and 2 teens. They will have a butler that is taking care of them while the parents aren't there, and the butler's bedroom will be in the garage at the 2nd floor because the garage has 2 floors, so it's kind of a loft in the garage, and then the butler has her or his bedroom there and also a bathroom. The first teen is going to be a girl, and she really likes to sing, she loves music, she's really into arts, and she's not the most kind and gentle girl, so I think she will probably be very jealous, and she's not really confident in herself, so maybe she's bringing other girls down at her school, maybe she's a little mean and everything. I'm not sure which traits I will give her, but that's basically what I was imagining for her. She didn't get a lot of attention from her parents, nor compliments or anything like that, so I thought maybe she wouldn't be super confident in herself, as I said. So that's why she's trying to bring others down. She doesn't want to be the one that is a victim at school, so she decided to be the mean one, sorry. And her twin brother is very into sports, so that's basically the opposite of arts, I guess. And he also likes guitar, but way less than his sister. And he's probably one of the popular boys at school. I know it's very cliche, but it's definitely what I'm imagining for this family. I think they're probably not the cute and kind family that we can imagine. And for the kids, they're not necessarily twins. I guess it would be cool, but I preferred if they weren't twins. So we have a little girl and a little boy. So that leaves us with 2 boys and 2 girls in the household and the parents. So I hope you will like this idea. There's 6 bedrooms with the butler's one. I think the little girl is probably going to be into arts too. Maybe more things like painting and arts and crafts like knitting. So that's why I included a lot of those stuff in her bedroom. I know she can't probably do painting at her age. I'm not really sure. I know kids can't do music, but as you know, I'm not doing a lot of gameplay, so that's why I'm not sure of what I'm saying right now. Sorry about that. And for the little guy, so I think it's probably going to be the youngest. He's more into video games and music, so as you can see, the arts are kind of running through the family. Everyone loves music and arts, but not necessarily always the same things. So I hope you will like this idea, and as always, I will include more details when I'm doing the household for the save file. It's just, as you know, I'm more of a builder, so I always start by doing the build and then I kind of go with the flow with the family. I'm a little bit behind with the families in my save file, but when I upload my first version with the first 1 or 2 worlds, I will have the households put in it. So I really want it to be, you know, realistic and with some people in it. Otherwise, it's a little weird if there's no Sims at all. And I also put everything you need for a cat and a dog. So yeah, that's basically what I had in mind. I know it's not super detailed yet, but as always, I will put a little description for the family on the gallery and you will be able to download it. For the exterior color scheme, I already knew what I wanted when I was starting the house. I knew I wanted blue wallpapers and I knew the color of the roofing, as I said at the beginning. Other than that, I wasn't really sure of the vibe that I was going for. I've been wanting to do the Brindleton Bay Mansion for a while now, and I received a request on Instagram to do a mansion. So I thought it could be the perfect time because I wasn't really inspired lately to do anything else really. So yeah, I thought it was a good idea and I jumped right into this project. I knew it was gonna be very long. It practically took me a week, but it was a lot of fun and I really enjoy doing big builds, and when I finish them I'm always super proud of myself because it takes a lot of time, but I already said that. And yeah, for the shape of the house, I guess, I looked at the other houses in Brindleton Bay and tried to go with the same vibe, the same shape for the roofing and everything. And I think I achieved that well. Let me know what you think in the comments if you have anything to say. I'm pretty happy with the results, and I never did roofing like that on my channel if I'm not mistaken. So it was a lot of fun to try something new. And of course I used a lot of cats and dogs, so for the wallpapers, the floorings, pretty much everything, also the fences. So I hope you will like the look of it. The interior isn't rustic as the exterior. I thought maybe they could have wanted a more modern interior, even if it's not all modern. I wouldn't say there's a particular style. Maybe it's kind of a mix of modern and rustic, a mix of chic and normal. I don't really know. I wouldn't have any words to describe it really, but I still really like the look of it, and I use pretty much the same colors throughout the whole build. So we have some brown, white and beige, and I used the same wallpapers pretty much for the whole build. So we have this brown one and we have a beige one for some rooms. Of course, for the bedrooms I changed it. I felt like everyone could have their own personality in their bedrooms, but for the whole house everything is pretty much the same and it's always the same wood flooring. So I really wanted it to be cohesive and I hope you will like it that way. And honestly, since it's a very big house, it was super hard not to use the same objects over and over again for the clutter, for the wall art and for the plants, because when you're going for a specific vibe and style, you can't use all the objects that there is in the game, so you have to pick specific ones. But then since it's a very big house, I had to use them a lot, but I think it's seamless because it's so big and it's not that bad, I think. And what is a shame is I have all the packs, so I should be able to, you know, not use all the same items over and over again. But I guess we don't have that much when it comes to specific styles. And I also wanted to talk about what this house is including. So we have a very big entry, as you saw at the beginning, with 2 staircases. I thought it was perfect that way. Since it was pretty big, it felt better to add 2 staircases. And since it's a very, you know, expensive and rich house, I guess I could say it like that, I felt like it was perfect. Then we have a gym, 2 dining rooms, 2 living rooms, a party room, a karaoke bar, seating areas, a piano, activities, and we also have a library, and all of that is just the first floor. So we have a lot of stuff there, a lot of hobbies, activities, as I said. So your Sims won't be bored if you decided to move in your own family. I don't really know what you are going to do with this house if you download it. By the way, sometimes I'm receiving some messages of people that are sending me some screenshots because they're playing with my builds, and I always really like to receive those. So if you have any, don't hesitate. I always really like to have your feedback there, and yeah, it's always a lot of fun to exchange with people about Sims or stuff like that. Then for the second floor and all the other floors that are in the big tower, the big octagonal tower, I wasn't really sure at first what I was going to include. But of course we have a lot of hallways that I'm not necessarily showing in the video. And in those, some are kind of looking like rooms. So I was able to put a playroom for kids there, and also an office for the parents, even if they also have their own in their bedroom. In the tower, we have a study room for the kids. I thought it was perfect, and when I was playing Sims 3, I always included that in my mansions. So I felt like it was kind of a throwback to me when I was a kid. So they have their own study room. It's pretty different than the rest of the house because I felt like it could be more cozy and colorful than the rest. Then for the second floor of the tower, we have a yoga room, and after that there's kind of a space with a lot of plants and a seating area where your Sims can read. So I hope you will like the result, and I really like how it looks personally. And for the rest of the second floor, we have a cinema and 5 bedrooms. So we have the one for the parents and 4 other bedrooms for the kids, and there's 3 bathrooms if I'm not mistaken. So the parents have their own, and then the 2 twins are sharing one and the 2 kids are sharing another. Everyone has their own computers, so it leaves us with 6 computers if I'm not mistaken, since there's another office for pretty much everyone in the family. I don't really know who is going to use it, maybe the father or the mother. It's not really important, but I felt like it was a cool idea and I didn't have that much else to include in that room or hallway room. I don't really know how to call it. And I also wanted to mention that I did some changes after finishing the recording. It's just that in some rooms I added some details or changed some colors that I felt like were looking better. When I finish my builds, it happens really often that I will show them to my family, maybe my parents or my sister, and then they're kind of giving me their opinions, and sometimes I'm asking for advice. For example, this time I didn't really know if my library was looking good, to be honest. So the version you're seeing, well, that you saw, isn't really the library that you will end up with if you download this build, because I changed some colors and the placement of the objects. I just felt like changing these colors was best. It made the library look better and a little more comfy, I guess, because there wasn't that much places where you could be comfy, or at least it's the opinion of my mom. So I hope you think she was right. And yeah, so you will see the end result in the screenshots at the end. For the party room, we have a separation in the middle, and it's very big, so I had to be inventive a little and creative and include a lot of stuff. So we have a little seating area, like a living room, I guess I could call it like that. And then we have a bar at the other side of the wall that is in the middle. We also have a piano, a karaoke station. We have the juice bong thing. I think that's what it's called. I'm not really sure. And yeah, basically a lot of other activities. So your Sims will have a lot of fun in this mansion. If you heard noise in the background, I'm sorry, it was my cat Nova that was trying to open the door. Basically, she puts her paws like under it and she tries to open it. Sometimes it works when the door isn't completely closed, but almost, which is very weird because honestly, I don't really know how she does that. But anyway, that's not the point. So we were talking about the party room. I hope you will like it. It was a little hard to figure out the floor plan and a little bit hard to figure out the color scheme. I wasn't really sure of the colors I wanted to use, even if I knew I wanted the same as the rest of the build. It's just, for example, the shelves, I didn't know if I wanted them to be brown or white or beige. I was super indecisive. So I hope you will like how it turned out. I for one think it's the perfect party room for your Sims, and if you want to add other activities, if you have get together or other packs like that, you have plenty of space to do so. I didn't put the dance floor because it didn't look so great, but you could add it if you want. Maybe you will find a way to make it look good, I don't really know. And in the party room, I also included a custom bookcase that I made with some kitchen cabinets and some shelves. Then I added some books, and I think it looks really great. So that's pretty much all there is in this party room. I feel like it's pretty simple, but still super nice, and it's very classy because of the piano and the bar that I chose. I also decided to take this wall art with some bottles that came with Dine Out. I felt like it was perfect for this bar, and as soon as I did the floor plan with, you know, this wall in the middle, I knew I wanted to use these. Oh, and I forgot to mention it, but I didn't include the floor plan either. I pretty much never include it in my builds, so I guess it's not a surprise for those of you who are here or who aren't here for the first time. But it took me an hour to do the floor plan. I know it seems very long. I was watching a stream at the same moment, so I guess I wasn't 100% focused, but floor plans tend to take me a while. Usually it's a big proportion of the time I'm spending on the build, and I only knew the rooms that I wanted, but I didn't really know where to put them. And since it's very big, sometimes I wasn't even sure of the rooms that I could include. I had to, you know, get some other ideas while doing it because, you know, a cinema, a library, all these rooms that are kind of over the top that not every house has. I felt like I thought of them all. Then I got the idea of a yoga room, the study room and everything. Even with all these ideas, I wasn't even sure of what I was going to include in the hallways rooms I was talking about. You already saw the office that was in one of the hallways, and you will see the little playroom later for the kids. By the way, I think I included some things for toddlers in the playroom, so I will remove them before placing this build on the gallery. You can for sure add them back if you want, but it's just that in my save file it won't fit since there's no toddlers in this household. So I hope you won't mind. Sometimes I'm a little confused when I'm doing my builds, I guess. And again, as I'm not doing a lot of gameplay, sometimes I just don't really have the thoughts of what is going to work in the gameplay and everything, but it's fine because I think I only placed one toy that was only for toddlers, and maybe the little poof chair, you know, that has these animals on it. It's really cute and it came from base game. I really like it, so I guess that's why I included it, even if it doesn't really make sense. And I hope you like this study room because I didn't spend that much time on it, but I was really happy with the result. I put some fairy lights, some decor, and a lot of colors. So I felt like it was cool to make a joyful environment for the kids to do their homeworks. There's 3 desks, but even if there are 4 kids, there's plenty of other spaces to do homeworks. I felt like it was okay. And we are at the time of the video where I said everything I wanted to say and that I had in my notes. And I don't really know what to add, honestly. I'm not the best at improvising, but I will try my best since we're only at a little bit more than the half of the video. I still want to be with you through this voiceover and this video since it's a pretty big one. I also put a lot of work on the exterior. I put a lot of activities there for the kids. So we have a sandbox, we have the monkey bars, a swing, and we also have, of course, a big pool because what is a mansion without a pool? I didn't include a jacuzzi this time, but I picked the Snowy Escape water source that we got. Not the one with rocks around it, but the one that seems more like a pool. So I hope you will like that. It's kind of a very big spa with hot water and it's bigger and more spacious and everything. So I felt like it was perfect for a mansion that is so luxurious and big. Of course, there's also seating areas, a fire pit, and a barbecue outside. I didn't furnish the balconies in the video, but I will do that as soon as I finish the video. I have a little list of the things I forgot and that I want to add. Sometimes I do some things after doing the video because I just know I won't include it in the footage. And that way I have a little time after uploading the video before putting the build on the gallery. For example, adding the lights outside to make the build look better at night, or other stuff like that, very small details. For example, I think I forgot all the hampers, so that it's already noted in my notebook, and I will make sure not to forget anything before uploading the build on the gallery. Well, I will try my best, so I hope it will work. This video, I really wanted it to be up on Thursday, so on the 21st, the day before the live of the paranormal stuff pack, because I know that then probably the game changers will start to post early access videos, and I totally understand that, but people will want to watch those videos before anything else. So that's why I really wanted to post it before that, before the paranormal hype, which I totally get. I'm super excited about this pack, by the way. I would like to know what you think. I know occults and stuff like that, you know, that is more magical, is not for everyone, but it's personally my favorite type of gameplay. I really love occults, and since we only have vampires and spellcasters that are super detailed, I personally miss occults gameplay. Mermaids and aliens are cool, but not as much, and there's not that much to do with them. I guess I could download some mods. It's not something that I'm a fan of. Sometimes it makes your game lag or even have some more glitches, and we know that this game has a lot of glitches already, so I don't want to break it even more, but maybe I could give it a try. But the point was, we finally have some occults. I know some people are pretty disappointed about that, which I understand, but if you think about it this way, it's been a pretty long time since we had a pack that was based around some more magical stuff that aren't really realistic. The last pack that we got was Realm of Magic, so it's been a pretty long time. We had mermaids in Island Living and some stuff like that. For example, the spirits in Snowy Escape, but it's not a big thing. So I'm super happy that the occult players will finally get something they're happy for. And this pack seems pretty cool, to be honest. I don't know if any of you checked that and checked the features. Maybe you aren't interested at all in this pack, which would be totally fine, but it seems like there's a lot of gameplay compared to usual stuff packs, and I personally think that Simguru Connor, which is the one behind this stuff pack, of course is not the only one working on it, but he's the one presenting it to us, and I think he's the one that worked on it the most. His stuff packs seem pretty cool every time he's talking about one. I think the last stuff packs had more gameplay than usually, so that's very nice, and it seems like there's a lot of cool features that we will get with a base game update too. So even if you don't buy the pack, you will have some new stuff to play around with. I'm not really sure what yet, but I know you will have the new scared emotion even if you don't buy the pack, which is super cool. I think it's an emotion that a lot of people wanted for so long, maybe even since the beginning of the game, which I totally understand. It seems like a pretty basic emotion, so it's nice that we're finally getting it. Other than that, I don't really know what else is going to be in the base game update, but if you didn't know, for the stuff pack you will be able to be a paranormal investigator, and you know, you will be able to cleanse the houses of other sims, stuff like that, so it seems very nice. Brunhilde is also making a comeback, which is making a lot of people happy. I think there's some disappointment because you won't be able to buy her coffin, and just ask her to be there. You will have to summon her through a seance, but I still think it's pretty nice, and I personally prefer this way. And I'm super happy anyway that we're getting her back. I had Sims 3 Supernaturals and I really liked to play with her, so it was a lot of fun. So of course I can't really recommend the pack since I didn't play it for now. But I will definitely buy it on the day it's out and I will do some builds with it. I already have 2 ideas, but if you have other ideas that you would like to see me do with the new pack, I'm always interested to know what you would like to see. And those videos are going to be my next ones. For now, I'm going to take a break after this big mansion. So I will wait for January 26th to have the new pack and start a new build. Maybe I will start another tutorial video in the meantime, I'm not really sure, but I think I will probably have some time off YouTube with my boyfriend during the weekend. I think my next video is going to be in 1 week or maybe the next Wednesday. I'm not really sure. I don't want to guarantee anything, but that way you just know that the next video isn't going to be very soon. But I still hope you're excited for it. And I'm super happy with the ideas that I got, so I can't wait to do those, especially with the new objects. They seem very nice, they seem beautiful, to be honest. I was scared we would have some things very Victorian and, you know, more in the vampires pack style, and I felt like we already have that, so I didn't want to get this. And we have something very different that looks more boho, I guess I could say it like that. So I'm super happy, I really like this style, and yeah, let me know what you think about that stuff bag. I know my talk about it wasn't structured at all, maybe I even lost you, sorry about that, but I would really like to know your opinions about that. Even if you're not a knuckle player, maybe you want to buy it, I don't really know. Let me know what you think, and I hope you like the exterior so far. I worked really hard on it. I really wanted it to be super structured and to be very luxurious with a lot of plants. So I guess in real life it would cost a lot of money to, you know, keep that good looking, because a big garden like that probably needs a lot of work and time and love. So it's a good thing they have a butler. Maybe you will notice that I had a glitch while building the exterior. So the porches were see-through. I don't really know why. It was like there was no floor and no grass, no anything. It was just see-through with some black lines, and it was totally white sometimes. It was very weird. So maybe you will notice that. I hope it won't bother you. But other than that, that's pretty much all I had to say. So I really hope you liked this build and this video. If it's the case, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. You can also follow me on social medias. All the links will be down in the description. And of course, you will be able to download this build on the gallery. My ID is KamilaYtb, and I will see you in my next video that is going to be with the new pack. So thank you so much for watching, and I'm wishing to you all an amazing day. Bye!
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights. And I really wanna know if I will ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high. Even if the sky is falling down. Jumping from cliffs so high, trusting our wings to fly. Sometimes we're crashing down, but we get up and start from the ground. And I really wanna know, really wanna know if I'll ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high. Even if the sky is falling down, even if the sky is falling down, yeah. The sky is falling down. Even if the sky is falling down, even if the sky is falling down, yeah. The sky is falling down.
It never rains in California. The sun is always shining bright. People are smiling, making plans, hiding behind their shades, and you're doing the same. No rain, no flowers, nothing's growing where you're at. Heart is fire, but baby, I bet you're cold without me, even when it's 90 degrees. Without me, I bet that you can get any sleep in that bed, lying awake. 'Cause I'm not there beside you, keeping you warm, and I know I bet you're cold. You're so damn cold. It never rains in California. The sun is always shining bright. But if the sky would open up, you're staying home, you don't get out. You always used to love the rain, but LA changed you. No rain, no flowers, nothing's growing where you're at. Heart is fire, but baby,